Oh. Stop recording. Ooh. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. Well, that was just absolutely bizarre. Just riding normally, and went around a corner, probably a little bit too fast, but barely moving. And there was a, bunch of mud there, and I went straight down. Absolutely bizarre. So generally, biking is very safe. But once in a while, you'll hit something like that. Can't blame biking. You can't go crazy about it. It's just part of the way it goes. So now I'm really limping on my knee. My knee doesn't feel too great. But I think the pedaling is really going to help it. It's going to, I don't know, stretch it out and make it feel a little better. So this ride will end up being quite slow, which is good. So I'm just going to continue. It's funny, because I just said that what a great place to have lunch. And then I said, well, I'm not ready for lunch. And then crumph, fell down. All right, I'll have lunch. Somebody's telling me to have lunch here. And it was a great place for lunch. I'm a little lost as to how to get out of here. We'll figure it out. I think it's towards those guys. So again, biking is generally safe. I've had one spill right when I first got the bike. Just going up and above a curb, and I just didn't see the curb was higher than I thought it was. So, down I went. So it does happen, but very rarely. This was very unfamiliar place to ride. A really nice Noble-Land. Noble-Land's a big brand name here. Really nice. I mean, what a pleasant place to be. Yeah, my knee's feeling a lot better. Really good to bike. Biking's making it feel better. As long as I take it slow for a little bit. Again, this little unfamiliar area, but it let me out, so no problem. I love this moment where I have no idea where I am. No idea how to go. But it started off, just going through a local area, shopping area. Just seeing where things pop out. I just have to find the river and put it to my left, then I just continue. I really don't know where I am. pretty sure this is the right way, but I could be totally lost. That's okay, I'll pop out somewhere and figure it out. All of a sudden, it doesn't look right at all. They seem to love these back alleys here. You know, they seem completely complicated to find your way out and in, but they seem to love them. Sometimes when the family takes the car, you know, it's really complicated. I remember seeing an eyeglass place. Is that the same one? I mean, it's possible. Okay, well this isn't it. That's not it. It's not on the river at all, I don't think. This river's there, which is completely possible. I don't know. The river's got to be that way or that way, I think. I mean, it's just not here. It's just totally blocked. So it's got to be this way. Could be here. Interesting. I really don't know which way to go. There we go. Now I can see it. Interesting. I turned it on the map view. Now, at least generally, I can see where the river is. It's to the left. So we'll see. I can just go to the left. So if I just think I go straight through Noble Land, I should come out to the left. Ooh, yeah, my knee will be just fine. Still pretty sore though. Still really sore. Whew. Oh, that's difficult. Ooh, that looks correct. Oh, I'm very sore from that fall. Oh, nice bird. Ooh. Oh, I think this is how we started, because that's the other entrance. Well, now you can't blame that path or anything. It could have happened anywhere. A lot of good, positive things happened. You know, I was able to have a nice lunch, find a nice place for lunch. Oh, I've been there. I've been to that spot. I know where I am. I've been to that spot. Ooh. So I think I'm going to call it a day. My knee's not great. We had a nice ride. We had a nice lunch. I don't think I can just go normally though. My knee's fine, it's just very sore. So I'm going to cross here and just get on the bike path the other side. That's my plan. So a very different route than I planned. It's totally off the map. But that's all right. Ooh. So they take care of these paths very well. That nice crew there, all cutting the stuff away. Really good job. I'm so thankful to be in Korea much of the time. I just heard something kind of scary though, that the Korean birth rate is one of the lowest in the world. And one of the reasons is you know, it's just so expensive to have children. You know, and there does seem to be this thought that, you know, all this work and energy to put into children and then, you know, they just grow up and hate you anyway. You know? I don't think that's a Korean problem. You know, Korean parents and children get along very well. But, you know, there's this worldwide problem, it seems, where no one wants to have children. It even goes beyond that, where I heard the statistic that young men absolutely don't want to get married, especially in Western countries. You know, they get married, and it's like just saying I do, whether it works out or not. You know, they have to sign away half of everything they've ever earned. And it's like men are saying, that's not fair. This woman wasn't even there when I made it. Why does she get half? So there's this real problem with young men not wanting to get married. And then, you know, once people do get married, you know, the thought seems to be, you know, put all my money into children, education and clothing and food, and, you know, it's so much responsibility. And is it worth it? Can't we just spend the money on ourselves and go out and enjoy life? You know, take world cruises and travel around and no responsibility? That seems to be the trend. In Korea it's happening, but also worldwide. So, you know, Korea seems to be especially affected, but so is Japan. I heard Italy is having a similar problem, where, you know, the birth rate is very, very low. People just want to live their life for themselves. And, you know, children don't seem to fit in. You know, children seem to hang on until they're, you know, 30s and 40s. They're still living at home. That's another thing that I don't understand. Ooh, that's a beautiful bird. But if I stop, he'll fly away. But what is this Western ideal that, you know, you live with your parents? When your kids turn 18, you just move out. Leave your parents alone, whether they want to be alone or not. And you're somehow weird if you want to live with your parents after a certain age. That seems to me to be absolutely nonsense. You want to live with your parents and they want you to live with them, why not? You know, why is that a stigma or something weird? I understand there's some children who just never grow up and they want to just have their mother cook all their meals and do their laundry until they're 50. That's a little weird. Well, welcome to another ride. This is what's known as a broken play. I had a whole thing I was supposed to do on this ride. So now it's totally different. So I'm on an upper trail that I've never been on before. Wasn't even part of the list. It's got a neat bridge here that I've never been on. And there's a little park here I've never been in. So all this is so interesting to me. This is a brand new area. Very, very pretty. I'm not sure how much of a ride I can get in, but very interesting. Awful lot of walking people. So again, I don't know how far I can go, or if it just ends here, or what happens here, but give it a shot. Very fascinating. I have no idea where to go from here. Again, this is one of those really weird rides. Like, I don't know what's going on. So I just kind of tool around and see if I can figure anything out. Usually when I do a ride like this, I just stay as close to the river as I can. This is just a whole little area here. Again, no idea how I got here or why. Well, I know how, because the original route I was going to take, basically I've already done it. I've done it a number of times. And so I didn't mean to repeat like that. But I guess everything's a repeat. I'm going to do every path I have ever done before as a repeat. Interesting, these little areas though. You know, there's all these different apartments, so I guess that's what it's here for. So, you know, nice little place to come for drinking. Unfortunately, I'm not much of a drinker. I don't like drinking at all. I find it, you know, I just can't handle my alcohol. I don't like alcohol. It makes me feel bad. It's expensive. Maybe I'll, you know, walk around like an idiot. Who knows? Again, the idea is to stay right by the river and just keep going the same direction. Look at this interesting area. A little place to give performances or speeches or something. Now this area, possibly I've been here before. It's really hard to tell. Very interesting. Look at these bridges, which I think are really cool. It just feels like you're in a little forest in the middle of the city. I just love these kind of places. I mean, have I been here before? I really don't know. They're very walkable though, very interesting. Now you come to here. What happens now? Does it just end? A number of different places to sit and relax. Don't think I can make it down there. This is different. I didn't see any way to get to that bike trail. Here. So on trails like this, bike days like this, you have to be very flexible because I don't know where I am. But I know enough. So I looked way in the distance and I see a crosswalk. So let's go to there. Cross and come back. So again, it's not the greatest for getting a cadence and going for a strenuous bike ride, but it's just very interesting to explore. I used to really enjoy walking, just walking. And one of the greatest joys I ever had was to go and get lost, you know? Like I have no idea, and find my way out. That to me was great fun. So this is kind of the same thing, but on a bike. Go and get lost and find your way out. So I'm not that lost though. So I know waiting at a light is not very exciting. I could turn the camera off, but I'll just keep it rolling. You get to see what cars are in Korea. Maybe I'll just cut this out later. Just interesting. Where are we? It's really getting hot. So I dressed pretty well. This time of year, it's hard to know whether to wear long pants or shorts. Really hard to know. Because when I started off, I absolutely needed long pants. Now it's getting to be shorts weather, but any moment it could change. So I am kind of the beginning of my getting back in shape. And so you find I'm already tired and out of shape and breathing. So am I ever going to get in good shape? We'll see. I mean, there's times where I'm envious of these young guys who just seem to go forever. I used to be that way. Never seem to get tired. Or they get tired, but, you know, it's after going for 25 kilometers without stopping. They rest for 3 minutes and they're ready to go again. I'm not like that. Very pleasant. I think I might have been up here before. I think I might even filmed this before. It's really hard to remember. But every ride's different. These S-Class are really nice. Look at all that greenery. And there's Noble Land. Beautiful green pass. And look at that. Just going to go here for 20 seconds. Just so you can see how livable these apartments. This is just an apartment complex. But it's full of trees. These might have been the original trees when they built the place. They just left it here. But it's just so livable. Look at this, like a little tiny country path. You know, full of places to sit and benches over there. This would be a great place to have my lunch, but not ready for lunch yet. But usually these kind of places is where I, you know, sometimes want to stop for lunch. And look at this, it's just so pleasant. And of course it ends in a street, but okay, and there's an entrance there to get out. But you need shops. Look how nice this place is. Okay. What the fr... Ow. Ow. What the freaking crap? What the... Oh! Okay. Ow. Ow. Okay, well that's not too good. Oh. Ow.
안녕하세요. 지금은 중국의 스트레스한 청소년 여러분께 다시 한번 말씀드리겠습니다. 지금부터 건강도 휴가, 참외, 토마토, 핵감자, 쌀이 공개하겠습니다. 새벽에 1시 현장에서 특색까지 온 토마토.
That was absolutely bizarre. Oh, what just happened? Hit this little bit of mud. Ow. Ow. Oh. 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 Now, I'm married, very happily married. I love my wife. And we have something good together because we built everything together. You know, I wasn't really rich when I married her. We put our money together and we, created businesses and ran them together. So there's just no question. Everything we own belongs to both of us. I have no feeling about that. She deserves half. I deserve half. It's normal. So in that kind of situation where you build something together, I can understand the laws and I'm very happy. But you get somebody really, really rich and they marry someone and now they get half. To me, that's really strange and seems really wrong. It should be clear that anything that was owned by either party before they got married is, of course, theirs. That seems to be obvious to me. Who invented this incredibly stupid, unfair law? And it's unfair to men, and it's also unfair to women. If a woman marries this, handsome, good guy, but then something's wrong and they want half of everything they own, that seems ludicrous. You weren't there. You didn't earn it. So I don't get this at all. I really love my wife. I want her to have the best. I want her to be happy. And I want to do everything I can to make her happy. So that's my goal. So in some of these, this doesn't really affect me at all. But in some ways it does. So let's see, after this, what do you call it? It wasn't an accident because I didn't hear anything. It's just a spill, I guess. The bike went down and I wasn't really going fast and I wasn't, very high up. So everything's okay. It's just very sore. And that's kind of weird and scary because I didn't hit anything. I wasn't going fast, and it still hurts a lot. So I think tomorrow it's going to be very sore. So, why is our body so weak? That's what I really don't get sometimes. Our bodies seem to be so weak. One little fall from just very little up, and now I'm limping for 2 days. Doesn't make much sense to me. I'm enjoying this bike ride. The weather's nice, but really it's not too good on my knee right now. My knee is not too happy at all. So,
Thank you.
So what should I call this bike vlog? The injury episode? I mean, I've been riding for a couple of years now and I've never had an injury before. This is the first time, and it was so unexpected. It really came out of nowhere. I hit that one patch and I'm down. It's like, it's getting interesting seeing the video of it. It's like, oh, what? Oh, no. And suddenly I'm sprawled on the ground. What I got to do is make sure that I don't freak out about it. I don't let it affect my future rides. I just keep going. You know, it's going to happen once every great while. And one time I'm probably going to scrape my knee or something, like blood. You know, especially when I wear shorts. And that's the way it goes sometimes. Most of the time, just fine. Sometimes, though, maybe a little problem. I think it's best not to stop, because when it stops, my knee starts to atrophy. It doesn't want to work again. But maybe when I get to the top of this little bike bridge, maybe I'll stop there for just a second. Ooh, very unexpected turn of events. But basically every bike ride's been like this. You know, like, I don't know how I got to that Noble Land. Very fun place to explore. But you know, it landed on my knee. So that's not good. The theme of today's ride, I had it planned out, was supposed to be to tell a story. Now, with my knee hurting, I don't feel like it.